am Aimee Thompson. I am 45 years old from Las Vegas, Nevada. I have CVID, hypogammaglobulinemia, Sjogren's, and Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I was diagnosed approximately 5 years ago. It took about almost over 10 years when we started going down the track of trying to figure out what was my diagnosis. I went and saw all sorts of doctors, from allergists when I was a child, getting the allergy shots, to cancer doctors, to hematologists, to rheumatologists, and just bounced around the network for years and years. We started believing that it was cancer because I had a PET scan, and they said, oh, you have nodules that are lighting up, but you're indeterminate. It was constantly the word. I would hear indeterminate. Oh, well, your records are indeterminate. Until finally I went to an allergist in Colorado when I was living in Colorado. And she goes, you have Sjogren's and other things going on. You need to go see this doctor. And we went down and saw that doctor, and he goes, no, it's not allergies. It's not your lungs. We can't help you. Till I finally found my immunologist today, and he started doing a gamut of tests. He did the pneumococcal challenge. He looked at my IgG levels, and he started explaining the T cells and the B cells, and I still have the paperwork. It was the paper that you lay on. He drew out a picture and a sketch, and he explained my immune system, and I still have that to this day. He drew it out. He goes, here's your immune system. He's like, it's, you're alert. It's also environmental. It's this. It's your B cells, and he explained it perfectly. And he wanted to start me on new treatments, and I said, no, let's go conservative, because it was new to me. I had no idea 5 years ago what it was. It's like, I don't want to start taking new medications. I'm on enough medications as it is. So he waited about a year patiently with me, and he goes, your levels are still bad. You're still getting sick. You sure you don't want to give this IVIG a try? I said, all right, let's give it a try. So I went in for my first IVIG treatment, ready, prepared, and got side effects. And since I can't do steroids, the doctor's like, well, the only way to treat these side effects really is steroids, IV fluids. So I went in for IV fluids, and I stopped and I said, no, not doing it. Side effects are not for me. So the doctor said, okay, when you're ready, come on back, but keep checking in on me. So I check in on him every 3 months. He goes, okay, so how's things going? I go, well, still getting sick, still have sinus infections, still have my lung infections. He's like, okay. So he waited with me for 1 more year. And he goes, what do you want to do? He goes, your levels keep going down. I said, all right, we will do it, but what can we do about these side effects? He's like, we're going to pre-medicate you and start you on the lowest dose. There's a clinical trial for the migraine side. Did you want to join that? I said, great, sign me up. Let's do this. So he signed me up. We went in for the first one. I had the headache, slight chest. I'm like, okay, it's not too bad. So we came back the next time for doubling the dose. And that was horrible side effects. I had the worst migraine. I couldn't deal with lights, couldn't deal with sounds, couldn't deal. It was the worst. I had earphones over earplugs just to block the sound out. It was so bad. And wearing a beanie, and we went to the ER. And the ER doctor's asking, well, what do you want? We're like, I don't know. I don't want to add any new medication because I don't want to add another side effect to add to this side effect. So the guy said, just IV fluids right now. So gave me IV fluids. 30 minutes, we drove home. Within 30 minutes, I was vomiting. So it was back to the ER, and I'm like, well, let's see, maybe we'll pass. The headaches are going away. I'm like, oh, I threw up, so the headache's gone. That's the best part. So I'm waiting, laying on the bathroom floor, sprawled out, just hoping that it goes away. And it didn't. So I ended up in the hospital with, which I didn't know was a term, but contractible vomiting. So for the next hour, every hour, on the hour, sick as a dog with side effects. Called up my doctor, said, what can we do? He goes, let's switch you to sub-Q. And I said, well, you know, half the dose was working. Can't we keep me at a mini dose? He goes, no, we need to get you to the higher dose. I'm like, are you sure? I go, once a week seems excessive. I really don't want to do it once a week. He's like, trust me, it's not that bad. I said, okay. So we went in for my first sub-Q, and I put in 2 needles, started with 2. And then sat down with the pump and with the nurses, sat around waiting for a side effect, waiting for the chills, waiting for all the different feelings I had with IV. And didn't get them. Went home, was tired, but it wasn't anything not tolerable. So the next week they go, okay, we're doubling your dose. I go, oh, here we go again, doubling the dose. Is this going to be just like IV? Thankfully, it wasn't. It was much better. Had minor headaches, nothing that I couldn't deal with. And just went home and slept, was more tired. Slept, I think, 2 to 3 days that time. But it was tolerable. No headache, no nausea, none of the nasty side effects that I was getting prior. So I came back and he goes, hey, next week, same dosage. I go, oh, that's it? We don't keep ramping up? He goes, no, just once a week this. He goes, going up to 4 sites. I said, okay. And so we sat there. And since then, it's just been sub-Q, and side effects are slowly going away and not as excessive as they've been. So that's been huge. Been able to come to this conference, which was huge. Don't have to worry too much about germs. As I'm noticing, most of the people here are in masks, which was nice. None of us have our VOG masks and walking around. So knowing that the immune system's bumped up and just having sub-Q and able to go out has helped a ton. So there's always hope at the end of the tunnel. And it's been an interesting adventure, but it's been great now.